series. So in the last edition, we talked about uh, some plugins, and we said that this series that we're going to talk about some other plugins like the image palettes, the Lottie files, and material design icons. So let's get to it. The I'm someone that like to take my colors. In fact, colors has always been a problem for most designers. Most designers have issue with picking their colors and selecting them while trying to work. Now, it's quite understandable, and it's something that we try to work. Now, I try to pick my color from nature because nature never has it wrong. Never has the combination wrong of colors. So when you go to somewhere that is very serene, you be like you will stare in amazement, and you'll be like, wow, what a combination of colors. Now, why those colors are giving you, even with the most rash colors, their combination is so awesome. So what I love about this image palette plugin is that it gives you access, it gives you ease for you to select a palette for any work that you want to do. Let's say you want to do um, let's look for nature in, let's see how it works. So let's say nature. Let's say which nature are we going to choose? Let's say uh, let's use river. So what we just do is copy the image. Let's use let's find let's use this. So just copy this image, go to Figma, Control and V, you paste. Then once you paste, you run the plugin. It's just as easy as that. While selecting that image, run the image palette plugin, and it immediately brings out all the, see, it's running. So it's trying to get all the images, all the colors that you can get from this design, from this nature. So it's easy, and it groups them together. So what you just do is, maybe let's select a frame. Whether you are illustrating, whether you are doing anything, you can easily get your designs from this. For your colors, you can easily place your colors. So let's say you have something like this. Mhm. So you have something like this. So you can easily select the colors, and they will be matching. Now, you won't be afraid of whether the colors will contrast, whether the colors won't contrast. Let's say you have this as your background. Let's say you have this as your background, and you want a button to be on. You want a button to be on your website. Uh, Now, you won't be afraid of the colors that we want to match with them. Let's say I want this to be order. Now what I do is I just select any of these here. So once I select any of this, I can run. Now you see that this matches. You can also change the colors to any of the colors that it brought out from the image palette. So that's basically it. You can play around with it, get many other colors. It easily brings out colors for you. So this also one of my favorite plugins that I can see. As you can see, I used it to create this little illustration here, and this is an image of a fire, and it brought up this. So try it out and show me what you've got in the comment section. Let's move to the next. The next is Lottifies. Yes, Lottifies. Lottifies is an interesting plugin. Now, there's a reason why Lottifies is an interesting plugin because Lottifies deals with GIF. That means you have the options of getting playable GIF on your work. But Figma doesn't immediately, except you are in prototype, you are prototyping, it can't play. But you will see how it works here. I will show you briefly how Notifies works here. Now, before you get it working, you have to register. Then, but after registering, if you install it, you can follow the steps are very easy. Then after registering, what you just have to do is you go to you either browse that gets a .json file from your system or .lottie file from your system, or and drag and drop it here, or you can pick from what they already have. So let's say you want um, okay, let's see. You see what happens. So let's say you want this. Maybe let's say in your onboarding screen, you want to add this. So you can actually change the background that is coming with. You can insert as SVG, but if you insert as SVG, it will not be move. It cannot move. So what you do is you convert it to GIF. Now this is converted to GIF. Then you just add to Figma. Now when you add it to Figma, you see it's already added to Figma. Now you can close this. Yes, it seems like an image. It seems like an SVG, but look, this is a play button. So this shows you that this is a GIF. And now you want it to start, maybe let's say I want it to start standing. I don't want it to bend like this. So what I will just do is I will change the position. I'll change the position. Let's say I want it to be like this. Now it changes here. Isn't that awesome? So if you want to scale it, you can scale it. I pressed K on my keyboard and scaled it. Now you cannot change the colors. That's actually one disadvantage, will I say? But you can't change the color of from blue to another color. So, but let's see when you play this, it won't show you here. But let me show you how it will work. So once you are prototyping, you should be able to work in the prototype. Okay, it's taking a little bit time. So let me see whether I can create another frame. Let me create another frame. And let's make it more dynamic. So now let's say work on. So I'll leave it on click so that when I have had my fill on tap, yes, when I've had my fill, I'll just tap it and to change to the other side. So it starts from here. Let me return it back. So you see, so that's it. This, if when you click it, it moves to the other frame. It can come back. You can set it on smart animate. It can move slowly. You can set the time it moves from one frame to the other. Let me scale it up. Let's see. Okay, so now it's going to take quite a time to reflect, load up. When it loads up, you see, so it's working now. So when I click on it, it goes back. So you can play around with it, add text, add images, add descriptions, add call to action buttons. Lottie is actually a wonderful plugin for adding GIF and making motion, adding motion to your designs. Um, what other stuff are we supposed to talk about? We're supposed to talk about material design icons. This is it won't. It's just like getting icons uh, to our workspace. Meanwhile, I will show you guys one particular thing I found. I learned it recently and it's very awesome when working. You can actually import feather icons. If you know feather icons, you can actually import feather icons right from our library. So you can click on this asset. Now you can click on this library icon. You click on team library, then you can click here. If you click here, activate these feather icons plus extra, you will get access to 279 components. 279 components. All the components that are all the assets that are involved in Figma in feather icons. So let's say you're designing, you want a you want to design what you see is what you get. So you can just pull in these assets. You can just pull in these assets and work with them. You can just pull in these assets and work with them. So that's for these feather icons. I just touched it a little. So let's say you are designing, you want to use the material icons, which is almost the same. So what you just do is you select this, run the material design icons. It comes up, but once you select anyone, it closes this pop-up. So let's say you want to get this guy, in here. So let's move it into the frame and change the color to red. Right, no, it's nothing like red. So use the hex code here. So you can play around with it, get any icon that you need for your work, hamburger menus, start icons, any icon that you want to work with. You can get them, size them, and make sure that they're working perfectly and in your frame. So that's the end of the series of Figma plugins. Maybe once in a while on request, I can do one or two plugins. I can explain them, I can use them and show you how you can use them to make your work awesome. Thank you very much. This is the end of the series. Other videos are coming out dealing on different designs on Figma. Very soon I'll do a course a design on maybe a landing page design or a splash screen design from scratch, so that you will see how you can start designing UI design in Figma. It's quite awesome, and once in a while I will still talk on the basics of UI design. So thank you very much for watching. Do like, subscribe, and share, and turn on your notification for next post.